President, my question again is for the Minister for Small Business. And Minister, you were quoted in the Sunday Herald Sun saying our small businesses have paid a very high price for keeping communities safe. And Minister, I agree with you. Our small businesses have borne the brunt of the Andrews Labor government's lockdowns. And Minister, the Andrews Labor government also released a package of business support measures in recent days, but sole traders who are not registered for GST received nothing whatsoever. And I therefore ask, why have you harshly left out our smallest and most vulnerable businesses?
Minister Pulford.
Thank you, President. I thank Mr Davis for this question, and it is true that many of our small businesses have borne a very, very heavy burden and continue to do so. And the point, if Mr Davis was interested in the second part of that quote, was really if people want to support their local small business in addition to ordering the takeaway or shopping online from them, then having a vaccine is an incredibly important thing if people are eligible. But Mr Davis asked a really important question about the eligibility for the business support programs that the government has been running, not just now but throughout the course of the pandemic. Now we have, if I recall, 23 business support programs that have operated through the period since March last year, and there are many that are still there are many that are still operating. I'm just looking for the exact number. There are about 9 that are still operating. But Mr Davis's question is about eligibility, and for each and every one of those, businesses that are not eligible, that are not registered for GST, have not been eligible. So they've not been eligible for sole trader support, business support, or business cost assistance program. What is different this time, and I think explains very much the particular distress and hardship that people in this situation are experiencing, is the absence of JobKeeper. So we have not changed. Well, we have not changed. We have not changed the eligibility, but the income support available to these people has changed, and that is why people are experiencing particular distress. Now, the advice that my department has received from the federal government, from the federal department, is that they will be eligible for the recently announced federal government support. I think it's important also for Mr Davis to understand, and I know there's a lot of interest on this particular subject in the community, but the Victorian government has no way of distinguishing between trading businesses and non-trading businesses with ABNs, and that is a fact. The federal government has access to information about income that the state government does not. Mr Davis, the program is available to sole traders, but it is not available, as other programs have not been, for those who are not registered for GST and therefore have turnover less than $75,000. That is not a change. That is entirely consistent way in which we have been making a distinction between a business that is earning and trading and one that is not.
Mr. Order. Mr Davis on a supplementary.
My supplementary question to the Minister, President, is in releasing a business package support of the fourth lockdown, Martin Pakula dismissed sole traders as operating at a very low level and home-based business services. Minister, do you accept that these comments by Martin Pakula regarding sole traders are wrong, dismissive and insensitive? And will you counsel him or insist he apologises?
Minister Pulford.
Thank you, President. Well, Mr Davis routinely comes in here and asserts statements of other people to be true, so I am unaware of the comments that he has made. I also think he is conflating sole traders with people that are not registered for GST, and I'm not sure if he's deliberately or accidentally trying to conflate these things. Absolutely, a lot of them are. And you know, it was our view that the federal government ought to reinstate income support, and they have, drag kicking and
Order.
screaming, I might add,
Thank
they did
you.
address the urgent need for income support, and the advice the federal government gives us is that these people will be eligible. Now, we'll wait and see. The guidelines, I believe, are due to be published today, but the Victorian government does not have available to it the tools to make a distinction between someone with an ABN that is earning and someone with an ABN that is not.
Thank you.
To be taken into account on the next day of meeting.
Question is the motion moved by Mr Davis be agreed to. Those opinions say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it.